Okay, now we're gonna play the portal at Hill House. The portal at Hill House. You have heard of the house for many years, but never sought it out, assuming the endeavor wouldn't be worth your time, or, even worse, that you would find exactly what you always feared. Yet, something drew you towards its estate, a power, a thread dangling from the unwinding hem of a shirt, longing to be pulled. Reason and history warned you not to make the journey, not to cave to those newly formed yet eons-old desires to seek out the house. However, here you are. After miles of dangerous off-path driving, your car sputters at the edge of the woods, finally giving out. Apparently, you must make the final part of your journey on foot. You hesitantly climb out of the car, grab your bag full of small, useful items, and begin the slow walk out of the forest. At least, you hope it is the way out. I'm glad we have a bag full of small, useful items, unlike most protagonists who bring unuseful items and are woefully unprepared. An hour passes, the sun has begun setting, and you see a gap between the trees. You exit the woods, shielding your eyes from the bright orange of the setting sun. And in the near distance, there it stands, looming, Hill House. As you approach, a bright flash blows apart the dusky sky. A large rip appears, purple and beautiful and terrifying. Okay, to play. In the portal at Hill House, you are a solitary wanderer brought to the ancient house for an unknown reason. Here you find an interdimensional portal has opened. Oh, good. For the sake of humanity, it must be closed, but you do not know how nor where to find the necessary tools. Well, isn't it convenient that we just headed out here and now we are, we're about to, like, the portal opened as we found this place. I think that's some fated timing. Instead of wisely turning around, you feel drawn in, unable to turn away. Instead, you place one foot in front of the other, step by step, making your way to the front porch. Day by day, you are in front of Hill House, unable to escape. Before you begin, you must gather some items. A journal or pieces of paper, a writing utensil. Where's my paper? Let's use this. Some other planning. Okay, we'll use, journal. A writing utensil. A 6-sided die. Which one will we use today? Use this one. This is what we have in here. And a standard deck of playing cards. Okay, we got it here. Well, I never. Describing the house. As you stand before Hill House, you take in its details. The cracked chunks of concrete, wood stripping off the sides, broken bits of illustrious beauty now lost to age, weather, and time. What else do you see? Describe the house. You may either answer the following descriptors by writing them down in your journal or by drawing a simple illustration of it. Feel free to elaborate and add as much as you like. How many stories does Hill House have? I mean, countless stories. I am gonna do a doodle. Let's think about this. I mean, like, it's a creepy house. And I think all creepy houses have some, like, kind of like spires. With like a roof in. So these are the. We're just going for it, you know? That's what we do. That might be kind of tall, actually. But, you know what? No, it's too late. It's too whatever. That's the end of this house. So this is just like shingles. Like, it is a big... I think of it as a big house. You make a big house on a hill. Wow, my shingles are incredible. I was trying to make them offset, but they didn't really work. That actually feels like a really big roof. So maybe it's too tall. Well, you know, it's perspective. These also have, and they have like these kind of windows. Two tall spires in the attic. They're probably bedrooms. And those are windows. This is like the toppest floor. Toppest, yeah. That's what I said. It's a really tall and skinny house. The front door is here. With like really, it's like wood, it's like a big wooden double door with like black metal handles with a really good weight to it, and it's got a bit of a, you know, there's a few steps. Maybe there's like big bushes. No, we'll leave it all the same color, I think, though. These are, they're kind of unkempt, unruly bushes. Like, maybe they were once, you know, nicely trimmed and cared for and stuff. But they've just grown all up. And there's like some windows here, maybe. You can't really see the bottom of them. Maybe they had like flower boxes on them. And they have like shutters. That feels like a thing that would be on a hill house, not like a modern, you know, it's not necessarily a modern house. It's got 3 stories, like attic story, main story. Maybe there's like a balcony right here. This is a balcony. Perspective is not real. That's got like a glass sliding doors. This is like a real balcony though. It's not like, you know, some of those apartments that like it's just like, I've seen some places that just have like metal bars across like a full size like glass door. Like, so you could, this like could open, but you can't go anywhere. It's just like, don't fall, don't die, but you can have a pretend balcony. No, this is like a real, maybe there's like a old vase here with like flowers that are still growing, but you don't really know because it might not have been cared for. And the whole house is brick. I'm not gonna draw all of that, but well, just like a brick. What did they say? Well, look, we're doing it. We're doing anything. Concrete. Maybe there's chunks of concrete on the sides. Exposed brick. The brick is like worn, and maybe there's like ivy growing up on the sides. That's definitely like that fits. I feel like there needs to be a chimney. Do I like not have a dark blue? I have a Sharpie. A wee ghost. Yeah, that sounds like it. You can't actually see it, maybe? Like, the ghost is doing its own. So that's a chimney. With, you know, smoke puffs. And maybe there, yeah, like. Ooh. There's a ghost. It's a little ghost. I feel like coloring in this chimney really like made things a little bit chaotic, but look, okay, that's the house. That's a pretty cool house. Oh, it's on a hill. There's the background of hill. It's a weird house. But you know, these kinds of houses, when you're on like a haunted house, hill house, any kind of like the vibe that I get from this, they're not necessarily, you know, the best architectural ingenuity plan. It's like, who made this house? No wonder it's haunted. It's like, why is it so tall and skinny? I don't know. And like, yeah, there's gonna be like stone stepping, like a weird sidewalk path. Is it like lawn, I guess? Probably unkempt though, like, you know, too long. What are the other questions on this thing here? How many? Oh, wait. I'm a dumbass. It says, how many stories does Hill House have? And I interpreted that initially like, wow, okay, there's like at least 5 urban legends about this house. But they mean how many levels? How many stories? It's 3 stories tall. This is Gertrude. I'll label it. Gertrude the Ghost. I mean, there's still lots of stories about this place, but it's 3 stories. This is what the outward facade looked like. Are there any other areas outside of the house? I mean, I'm just into gardens, like me. I agree. Are they not? Or is that just like an interchangeable, like, spelling option? I want to say that was what? Isn't that stories? A story or story. Yeah, they're... Oh, it's British English versus American English. Well, okay, yeah. You're right, though, right? It's true. Maybe there's a garden out back or something. Or, like, maybe there's, like, a gazebo in the distance. In the, like, yard. Because I imagine this sort of place probably has, like, a pretty sizable, like, yard area and stuff. I don't think there's a fence or anything. It's just sort of, like, open land. How old do you think of the house is? I mean, it's probably pretty old, just based on its architecture and the age and the wear on the bricks and, like, how much growth has been since, like, it's not super, kept, I guess. I don't know if it's lived in right now or not, right? We'll figure that out, I suppose. What is unusual, if anything? I mean, it gives off a vibe of like, I think. So, now you have an exterior description of Hill House. Turn your perspective inside. Here you will draw a top-down floor plan of the house. If there are multiple floors drawn, draw each floor separately. If there are other areas outside of the house to visit, make sure to draw those as well. Wow. Wait, didn't this one have like pre-made? I think this one had pre-made maps at the end that I was thinking about using. That's not that fun though, but like, hey, look it, there's a deck, bathroom, chamber, owner's room, closet. First floor, second floor. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Current page. And we're gonna add on to this the 3rd story to get to like the special top bit. But this actually looks kind of like, it looks like what? Looks like our house here. Like, see, there's like a terrace. So that's the front bit. And that's where like all these bushes are. I'm just gonna add on to that. So there's a bit more of a deck. You got the terrace, the front entrance as a hall, and then there's a deck at the top, which is this little, more like balcony. I'm gonna just relay on that. Balcony. And then there's gonna be another level.
at the top. This spiral staircase, well, how would it lead? Maybe it leads into this middle, like, it's like a cool, weird little crook out of the top. So maybe I can, like, trace this. Can I even see? Like, we'll have, like... These are the windows. Look. And that's the crawl space with the roof. And then this is the spiral staircase. The way I think that's what that drawing is. Does that kind of like line up with chimney? That chimney doesn't need to make sense. I just felt like having a chimney. Okay, let's go back to the other rules. Where are we going? We described the house. Finally, choose any 13 locations and number them. So, well, let's start with B. So this will be 1. I feel like I should zoom in. Maybe you can see a little bit better. You can't see better like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, I was gonna, so what are these? Chamber? What do you mean by chamber? Like, yeah, but let's look at the names. I need to label these top 2 rooms. Drawing room? Because a conservatory is like a library, right? I should know that. I love Clue. Oh, a greenhouse or a sunroom. I'm just gonna name this the study. This is a study. Just like a little study. Like attic. Storage. This is just gonna be called a hall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 11 for the balcony. We'll just do 1 bathroom. And then 12, 13. Okay, so we've got our 13 numbers. Discovering the items. Okay, so you grasp the knob. Oops. very loud. You grasp the knob to the front door, staggering backwards as flashes of random objects explode in your mind's eye. So we'll roll the 6-sided die 3 times. 1, it's a 6. So we find material object, write down the item's name, number, and suit. So we go rope, 6, heart. Next, ancient element, 1. Regulus. What does that mean? Regulus, A/1, and then spade, and then arcane artifact. It's 2. Statue. Oh, sorry. Strews. Sigil. 2. Diamond. These are the items you need to seal the portal. You are not entirely sure what they look like or what they are. Okay, so it's okay that I don't know what Regulus is. We'll figure it out. You do know they are what is needed to seal it. If you gather all 3 items before the time runs out, you seal the portal, preventing it from swallowing up you, the house, and the entire earth. Okay. That kind of just... Okay, so before you begin, you must set up the different aspect decks for each location in Hill House. So first we have to remove the jokers, which I've already done. Separate out the individual card suits. Oh, I need to get jokers. Fuck. Okay. Shuffle 1 joker. I'll be right back. I gotta go get my jokers. Actually, you know what? I think... Don't I have my other... No, they're out there. Are they in here? I'll be right back. Joker's time. I don't think this deck actually came with jokers. We'll switch to the Twitch one because I know that's got it. Okay, there's our jokers. So we gotta sort this by suit. I should just keep one deck, you know, already sorted by suit. Because I've been doing that for a few games or tests instead of this. Spades, diamonds, spades, clubs. Wait, did I miss that? You can't even see me doing this. Enthralling audio of the cards being sorted. It's just, you know, it adds to the tension and experience. Okay. Shuffle the individual stacks of card suits face down. I think I'm gonna zoom out now because we have more things going on than just me writing on there. Okay, this is my hearts, clubs, shuffle, oh sorry, place them face down decks in this order. Hearts, oh wow, I grabbed them just by coincidence. Hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades. Shuffle one of the jokers. I'll use the colored joker. Wait, did I already put it in there? Okay. Shuffle that in. We'll discard the other. Okay, so though seemingly impossible, you must find the 3 items by combing through the various locations of Hill House. Okay, so we have our, I might just do it like 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades, just so it kind of fits. You can see it better. So choose a location to enter and circle the number. Draw 1 card from each of clubs, or sorry, hearts, clubs, diamonds. Reveal the cards and reference them with the location aspects on page 12 or 13. The 3 card suits detail different aspects you will find in each location. By combining the location's 3 elements, you will write a short entry detailing what you found or didn't find in the location. These can be detailed or simple. However, the more you write, the deeper into the story you will descend. I'll just speak it instead of writing, I think. I won't do that. If you reveal a card that is one of the items you need to seal the portal, ignore the location aspect description for that card. Instead, describe what the object is, how it feels, and what that looks like, and how you think it might be integral in sealing the portal. After you have completed your journal entry, discard the cards to the side. If you have recovered one of the items needed to seal the portal, keep that specific card in front of you. Then we'll draw a spade, reference the revealed card. That shows the passage of time. So as we spend more time in the house, the portal grows larger, the threat becomes more imminent, and the likeliness lessens of successfully sealing the portal before time expires. You mustn't dawdle. The game continues in this manner, traveling from one room to another, discovering the hidden secrets of each location, trying to recover the 3 items to seal the portal until the spades deck is exhausted. If at any point the spades deck is run out, you need to draw more cards and you do not have all 3 items, you run out of time. However, if you end your time at a location, having successfully found all 3 items, you have sealed the portal. Though unlikely, there is a statistical probability of revealing all 3 items in your first room or 2. If so, the portal is cruel. Reroll for 2 additional items and continue. I like that addition. It feels like when I was testing my game and there was a few things where it's like, you flip. It's like, oh, first stop. Found the what you need. Game's over. Okay, so we're gonna jump. Did it say 12 and 13? And then, so basically, we go to location, draw 1, 2, 3, talk about it, and then do 4. Then we repeat. So I can just move to these location aspects. All right, so first we're gonna walk up into the hall. We enter the house. You know, approaching this, I wish I could have all, maybe I shouldn't have drawn these back to back. Approaching the house with these ominous large wooden double doors and heavy handle. And we pull it open, and with a strong shove and a large creak, the door opens into the hall. So we have it. The hall is grim and seething, and that's terrifying. You know, everything's covered in a layer of like dust and grime, just with it being no one's been here for who knows how long. We look around. Jeez, as you look around in the hall, it's the floor is old wooden floorboards, also very worn and faded in parts where you can see that have been, you know, walked on a lot. There's a spiral staircase right in front. We can see two entryways to our left and right. And, you know, the room is just empty. It's expansive and reaching up into the open air with that spiral staircase. And the walls are covered in a faded wallpaper. And, but there's no furniture in this room other than that. And looking around, we see there is the laughter of a small child that echoes through this room, sending chills down your spine. It's drafty in here. There's a wind blowing in here. Perhaps it's because of the tall expansiveness of this hall that you can kind of like look up and you just see like up and up into those 3 stories. Yeah, that's, oh, I like, this is fun already. I'm really enjoying this. Let's see what the passage of time is. Oh, fuck, we got a Joker already? That feels like a not a... Okay, Joker. Remove it from the game and shuffle in 2 random cards from the discard pile. We don't have any cards from the discard pile. What do you mean shuffle in? Like any card from the discard pile? Oh, gameplay variants. Now I'm just distracted. Reveal an additional card. Reveal 2 additional cards. Reveal 3 additional cards. I don't know what they mean by shuffling in 2 random cards from the discard pile, but I guess we move that, so we continue. Okay, sorry, I gotta pick. I mean, I'm gonna just go numerically. I think that's the easiest to go. So the chills running down your spine. You hear the laughter of children just echoing in this hall. We move to the dining room through the left most here. So we, the dining room is hyperviolet and uninteresting. I need to look. What does that mean? Hyperviolet. What does that mean? Do you know, chat? Like, does it mean it's really purple? Or is it supposed to be hyperviolet? It says hyperviolet, but yeah, hyperviolet. An interesting dining room. I suppose I could put this up. Let's see. Yeah, ultraviolet. Let's just go with it. Let's go with it. It's really purple. It's just, everything's purple, but it's not really interesting. Other than that, it's just a basic old dining room. There's probably a table and chairs in the middle. There's a bay window looking out the side, is just quite nice with the sun coming in. It's a very kind of stuffy old like dining room, very formal, I would imagine. On the far wall, there's shelves of glass jars. I want to tweak this a little bit. I think it's gonna be like I imagine like a cabinet, you know, like a very large china cabinet. This house has really high ceilings. I mean, I don't really know how to estimate. Let's say 10 feet ceilings. That feels like higher than, you know, the average house and then add a few feet. Like, you definitely couldn't touch a ceiling. So just very lofty, very, you know, drafty, like in that main hall. And so there's this huge like china cabinet on the one side of the dining room. And you go over to look and investigate it closer, and on there is just shelves of glass jars filled with amorphous masses. It's disconcerting. Suddenly this room is a bit more interesting. Maybe all of the amorphous masses are various shades of purple. And in here, it is infinitely, an infinitely deep silence. Eerily, so it weighs on you the way, like, you know, when you're in truly a dead silent place, you can kind of, like, it fills your ears, it's so quiet. Contrasts that sound of children's laughter you just heard echoing from the previous room, and the silence is a different kind of unnerving. It's too quiet. It feels like this old house might have some creaks or movement to it, but not in this room. There's just nothing. Okay. So we draw this 7. So that's continue exploring. Fair, I guess. So we discard. All of these go into my discard pile. I guess this will be the discard pile. So next we'll go to, well, let's walk into the kitchen. I just said I was gonna follow numeric order, but no. We're going to the kitchen. I mean, what are we looking for? None of these look like. I'm looking for a heart. Regulus Stru's sigil. Sorry, not heart, rope. I will not dawdle. The location aspects. Oh, wait. I understand. It's the 6 of hearts, Ace of spades, and the 2 of diamonds. Look, I misunderstood. 6 of hearts, Ace of spades, 2 of diamonds. So we haven't gotten those. I'm gonna write that somewhere else. Like on a different sticky. And then the 2 of diamonds. So that's what we're looking for. And it overrides the actual. I get it. I like it. Okay. I just didn't quite read those directions properly. Okay, so now we're in the kitchen. We enter in the kitchen. It is gray and rapturous. Rapturous. They're, well, rapturous, like the end of the world. Like, so there's dishes just in the sink. Filled up, like no one's done them. You know, almost like it was left. Well, wait, rapturous is like ecstatic. Interesting. Unusual pleasure, emotion. I'm learning new words left, right, and center. The kitchen is gray. I think there's dishes in the sink. And it's just a bit drab. But also, like, it looks well used, well loved, and well, like, you know, somebody was baking something. There's lots of different appliances that are like contraptions, I was gonna say, like, you know, the random kitchen tools that you can have that are like, why does anybody have this? It's got like one specific purpose. No, it's purpose. That's all in this this kitchen. In the kitchen, there is, on the counter, there's a burned deck of playing cards. It was burned from the gas stove that somebody had set it down. At first glance, you think maybe the deck of playing cards was just sitting too close to the flame, but it's burned all over. Looks like it was intentionally held to the flame, and it's hard to tell what, you know, you can almost, you touch it and they start to crumble. And the condition is the door is ajar and there's a smell of rancor. I don't know what rancor smells like, other than the Dead by Daylight or rancor, which is bitter, long-lasting resentment. All these things, they're just truly, you know. So the first impression when we walked into this kitchen was it was, you know, a well-used, well-loved kitchen that seems to have been left in the middle of whatever task somebody was doing. But now there's little tidbits, little hints at like I've just noticed this example has two sets of staircases like right next to each other. What a... You can go up this dial staircase or this side secret. Maybe it's a secret staircase. Yeah, so there's just these playing cards were burned on the stove, and there's some other maybe remnants of cigarette butts on the other side, and it just seems like something was discarded and left and no longer wanted, what previously was, you know, desired. Okay, time progresses. We discard. Next, let's walk back out. So if you look at how this connects, I kind of want to go into the living room. I think this is the fireplace. I'm gonna say like, wow, this is a huge living room. Maybe it's not that huge because this house isn't that huge, but it just looks proportionately huge compared to everything else. So we find king. Ooh. It's turbulent and noxious. Walking into this living room, it's just, you're hit with a stench. It stinks of just stale, old, and maybe something died in here, maybe something got stuck in the chimney, and it's noxious. It hits you like turbulent. I don't know, maybe it's just like something feels unsettling about the room. You know, it's got most of what you would expect to find in a living room. There's a lot of like, you know, like a big old stuffy couch, a fireplace across, some armchairs, some bookshelves along the wall, that sort of thing. But it just feels off, and you can't quite place it what exactly is wrong with it. I'm just skimming for a different soundtrack that we can listen to that would fit the vibe of this. You know? I don't know. Wasn't I just listening to something else? This should be good though. I don't know. Village. that might end up being weird. Anyways, what's next? 5 of clubs, which is, yeah, so in one of there's like some end tables next to the couch, big couch in here, and rummaging around, we're looking desperately for what we need. I'm not really sure what we're looking for, of course, but if you pull open, there's like a top drawer of the end table, and in there is it's just full of receipts. They're yellowing and aging, but some of them are still, you know, newer, and they're for all sorts of different places, like grocery receipts and clothing receipts, and some places you can't even tell, just different receipts, handwritten ones, like sometimes they give you in like restaurants, like smaller places or whatever, chock full of stuff. And in the whole, actually, the whole rest of the room, the ground is covered in papers too. Not just the larger papers, crumpled up as if somebody had been, you know, like coming up with an idea and not quite getting it right, and it's all just scattered, and it's a lot of paper considering, you know, look how big this room, but the floor is just all covered in papers to the point where you can barely see what the ground looks like, the floor looks like, the floorboards. You can have the crunching of paper under your footsteps instead of the creaking of floorboards. There's nothing here though. It's not what we're looking for. You can't find it. 6 of spades. Time progresses. What do you think, chat? Are we gonna do it? I hope so. Okay, next we'll go to the library before we move to the upstairs. So, what's in the library? The library is fragrant and jaundiced. Fragrant and jaundiced. I think that makes sense. There's shelves of books. You know, there were some bookshelves in the room, I guess. Those had more knickknacks and things and trinkets, but this library is full of bookshelves of old books. All of the pages are yellowed and aging. They're old books. Everything has been sort of sitting here, and I'm not actually sure what speeds up the yellowing of book pages, but whatever the conditions of this room are, it's just been that everything has aged so much more quickly. It's fragrant in this, you know, it smells like lavender, or, you know, some other sort of gentle. It's actually quite nice after the vile, repulsive, what we smelled in that library here. It's fragrant in a pleasant way and in a comforting way. Hopefully that doesn't end up contradicting what we find for the other stuff. There's a wall of books, ragged, bound in skin. Oh god. Maybe it's not fragrant in a nice way. One of these. Oh god. So you didn't look until we looked closer at one of the walls of books. You know, at first glance, most of them are just normal old tomes with leather bound, you know, or leather fabric covers. Maybe it just has a nice smelling moisturizer on it. Yeah, moisturize me. So one of the walls of books, it's all covered in they're ragged and bounded skin, and they just look worse for wear, in like more so than any of the other ones, and it's gross. You dare to against your better judgment, you find yourself reaching out to touch one of the books, and as you might expect, it has a bit of a like spongy feeling as you pull the book off of the shelf. or you slide it part way off and it's too, the sensation of it is too much. You just put it right back on the shelf. In the middle of the library, the room, I guess, it also smells damp, and you hear a drip, drip, drip sound, and actually probably right, I was gonna say in the middle, but it's probably in the far corner here. You can kind of see there's a bathroom. There's a large pool of water that has collected right over here, and books on these shelves or these walls here have pretty bad water damage, at least on the bottom. On the shelf there's like a big pool of water that seems to be coming from the closed bath. Well, we don't know that it's a bathroom door. Do we go in and investigate that room? Odd yes, even no. Yes, okay, so we approach this door that's got like a huge pool of water collecting underneath it. You step on there and it's just, your shoes soaked, and you're like, why did I step here? Reaching the handle, and as you reach out for that handle, you your hand rests gently on the doorknob. You're about to turn, but the door sort of just pulls itself open. You think, or did you turn the handle? Maybe you're probably reading into this too much, and you can see there's just a small little nook, the bathroom, and the sink is on. It's just running. It's overflowing, and it's there's something in the drain that's blocking it, and it's just dripping. It's not, well, it's on. It's dripping very slowly, in the point where the water has come up and overflowed over a long period of time. That drip, drip, drip. The bathroom's completely, there's no windows, it's dark. There's a mirror above the sink and it's very dirty. That's my long distance atmosphere creation. I feel like this music is too happy for what I'm trying to emulate. I gotta curate a playlist, you know? It's hard to... Let's try to... This is probably gonna get me a DMCA. I just want some spooky ambient. Here, I know what I'm gonna do. Hold that thought, chat. As we're looking into this bathroom, royalty free. Here, these ones are good. Is it loud or not? Oh wait, it's on Spotify. Wait, I thought it always said that it open. Oh no, it's not on. Never mind, it's not on Spotify. Can you hear that? Okay, this is probably better. Where were we? We were reflecting on this bathroom. Yeah, I think there's like there's a mirror above the sink. It's really hazy and old, and like, though you can't make out any sort of reflection, and you're not too keen on actually looking that closely, so yeah. 5 time passes. Next room. Oh, we've explored the first floor. So we'll go upstairs, up the main spiral staircase here in the hall. We'll go to this first immediate. Well, let's go to the music room here. Entering into the music room. Ace of Hearts. This music room is silent and tense. The silence in this room is heavy as well. Maybe just with the juxtaposition of, you know, there's instruments around the room, maybe like a grand piano that was specifically tuned in a certain way by an expert piano tuner. That's also got a lot of dust on it. Whether or not that was intentional, it's hard to say. And there's guitars hanging on the walls, and I don't know, other music. There's bookshelves probably on this as well. Let's see what other objects are in this location. Okay, there's also, oh, I'm dropping frames. There's an enormous monolith made of rock, 100+ feet high, in the middle of this room. It just goes through the ceiling roof. It's just imposing, and it's smooth rock, like obsidian, dark black colored. Wow, 100+ feet high. How does it fit in this room? Condition of this location. 7 of diamonds. It is, the corner of the ceiling is covered in mold. Okay. It's amazing that you noticed the grand piano before you noticed this huge monolith. They're next to each other, but the piano is quite impressive as well. It's not quite 100+ feet in height though. It's, once again we find this there's just nothing, and there's no drawers or desks or anything of note in this room, I guess, that you rummage around, and the imposing visibility of the monolith just, you think I have to leave now. So we move on. Jack, Janet. So I'm assuming, so Jack here says, reveal an additional card. I'm assuming that means reveal an additional time card. And maybe here, oh fuck. So we reveal additional card. This monolith has a great power emanating from it. And you just feel this king is revealed 3 additional cards. 1, 2, 3. Time just feels really volatile, moving. You feel drawn to stay in this room, and you're just enchanted, encapsulating this room, and you blink and you realize that you've spent way too much time here. We need to move on. We need to go. You escape into this room over next, into the bathroom. Ace of Hearts. This bathroom, once you realize it's a bathroom, you're a little bit, you know, it's a bit starkly different from the bathroom downstairs that was had the overflowing sink. It is luminescent and brilliant. There's a large window on the other side, unexpected for a bathroom, but it is nice to kind of get out you know, see some sunlight after feeling the weight and the damp darkness of most of these rooms. Surprisingly, in this bathroom that is attached to the music room, there is an upright piano. So you suppose perhaps somebody else wanted to practice piano at the same time as the music room. They are also in the bathroom. You could keep practicing the upright piano as well. Something in your mind, it makes sense, I guess, that it's in the bathroom attached to the music room. In this room, the ground is covered in plaster and wood. Maybe, yeah, it's like maybe it's partly renovated, but somebody didn't quite finish it. Next, oh my god, we're gonna run out of time, chat. Reveal 2 additional cards. 1, 2. Well, I think we've. Oh my god, this is it. This is the last time card. We're gonna get eaten. We haven't even discovered every room. We never even went upstairs. We could draw all the cards in the next one, though. Let's go. We're gonna go upstairs, actually, since, look, you feel time is running out, and maybe it's in the top. We're gonna go up the stairs into this spiral commodity? Is that a piano joke that I don't get? Any of many pieces of furniture. Ah. I've learned so many words. We're gonna go upstairs. Maybe in this attic storage room we're gonna explore next. Tack. It's a toilet joke. Oh, I see. Oh man, you feel time is just, that monolith really ate everything up. Hey KT. And in this little attic storage, it's like a small crawl space. The ceiling is much lower. It feels cramped and claustrophobic, especially compared to the huge tall ceilings of every other room that you've explored. In here, there is a large... that doesn't really make sense, but there's a large door in the far corner with cold emanating from it. I'm gonna say a large door in the floor, like a trap door, with cold emanating from it, and that's, you're not sure where that could be or what that leads to, but you feel incredibly unnerved. Oh wait, the ace. This time didn't pass. We found one of them. I didn't even notice. We found, but as time passed when we left the monolith bathroom, we found a Regulus. What is that? It was the Regulus of the monolith, I guess. We got one of these. I haven't found the other ones, right? I didn't like zone out and miss it. 2 of diamonds and 6 of hearts. I'm pretty sure no. Time one was just, I was stressed about the time passing. Okay, no. But yes, we got that. There's a trapdoor in the corner with cold emanating from it. There is pipes exposed behind the drywall, and there's just clutter everywhere in this room. It's like boxes, and you don't know what's in them. Unnerved. 2 of spades, time passes. Okay, wait, we have one more. So game ends when you go to draw and there's no more to draw. If there are no more cards left, you lose. I think it said when you go to draw. I don't know if it ends now or if we get one more shot. If at any point the spade deck runs out, you need to draw more cards and you do not have all 3 items, you run out of time. I don't know. I'm gonna look at one more room. We're gonna run over here to the study, because I want to explore one more room. I'm having fun. Jack of Hearts in the study. This is overwhelming and malevolent. you see there's glass shards in the walls from a shattered window. This front window of the house. We're up here at the top. This window is shattered, and the walls are all full of glass. And it just feels like something bad happened here. It's unnerving and overwhelming. And there's like an overturned desk, maybe with maybe other things. Well, let's see what the condition is. Oh, actually, no. It's empty, except in one corner. There's maybe that's where the overturned desk is, and a chair, and that's it. And that's it. That's it. We feel like as you're looking through this room, it's just empty, 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 empty. It's it. You've run out of you feel that empty, 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 and then it's just changed, and suddenly it's full as you feel this like energy and power building and consuming and this the entirety of everything around you seems to be consumed by this portal. You see from the shattered window looking out, that it's just the size of this house, and it's just bigger, and all of a sudden everything just becomes every color of every thing that you don't even know how to describe, and then everything is over. What do you wish to say to those you are leaving behind? You say, I tried. That's all I could do. In the end, I really like this game. This is really cool. There's even more like variants and stuff. Here are designer's notes. Let's read the Hey Speed Frog. I want to read the designer's notes. We sit on opposite ends of the love-hate spectrum of horror. Travis grew up with it, having parents who didn't shy away from the blood scares or gore. Lindy still can't stand most jump scares or horror in general, all of which keeps her up late at night. There was one time early on in their relationship she went to George A. Romero's Land of the Dead with Travis at midnight release theaters, and that didn't go well. But there is something different with cosmic horror, existential dread, and the foreboding sense of the world closing in on you. Despite his horrendous racism, the concept of Lovecraft's otherness turns the fear from monsters inward as humanity examines itself. Over these last few months, years, decades, and centuries, humanity has found itself more so on the monster end of the spectrum than the human end, and it's terrifying. Working on Portal together, our first foray into co-designing a large-scale creative work has been a wildly fun experience. While Travis drew inspiration from classic horror and RPG design, Lindy, as a newcomer wholly unencumbered by previous use of conventions, used her designer aesthetic eye to create the best images to evoke the feel we were building. Even better, she asked the right what-if questions at all the right times. Cool. This was fun. I like this one. I'd play this again. We could draw a different house and explore it. I want to read what these other variants are. Add the second location time. You could give yourself more time to explore a longer game, or during setup, designate one of the rooms as a location of the portal. Instead of merely obtaining 3 items, you must make it into the room with the portal. Enter the room and flip over the top card in the deck. If this causes you to run out of time, you lose. That sounds hard, yeah. Multiplayers. Cool. Curses. Cool. What'd you think, chat? Did you like that one? I liked it. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it there. I'm feeling hungry for dinner. It was fun though.
We played some more games and some different stuff. I like just seeing different things. It's fun to try some new mechanics. So yeah, have a good rest of your night, everybody. Thanks again for hanging out. Who's streaming? Let's see. Let's go look. Oh, Jash is streaming. Let's read Jash. Doing some Necrodancer. Oops, that's not how you spell it. Necrodancer is gonna do a Necrodancer event coming up. Looks like practicing, so we'll head over there and yeah, see ya later.